Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here, returning to you for this next movie review for another 2024 film for Bob Marley One Love that I got a chance to watch for myself for this almost hour and 50-minute movie. So I'm going to discuss what I watched for this hour and 50-minute movie for Bob Marley One Love and let you know my thoughts on the movie overall. So let's dive into this biography, musical slash genre movie. So Kingsley Ben Adir is playing Bob Marley in this film, and this was not a bad film, but it's the execution was the thing. Um, I don't know. It felt short for what it really wanted to go for. I was hoping it'd be something a little more interesting, but I found it to be decent. Not one of the best films of the year, but it's fairly decent of a film. It's probably the more better film than, from what I heard, Madam Web was a complete shit show, which I'm about to watch that next. So wish me luck on that. Um, Honestly, this movie did have some interesting moments in the movie. There were some violence, graphical scenes that were interesting, that made the movie seem appealing, and kind of you get shocked by what happens with certain things. But I don't know, it's the execution. It didn't really land very well. Um, I think it was a decent film, don't get me wrong. But I think the performances were pretty good, but it's the pacing and some of the execution of the film. Like, there are. It could have gone into better detail with full backstory, but that would have made it like longer than uh, an hour and 50 minutes. Technically, I think this movie should have been at least 3 hours to explain the whole story, but they wanted to shorten it, I guess. I mean, they explained what they could with this film, but was it worth watching it? Yeah, it was. It was an interesting film, but it wasn't one of my favorite films I've seen this year. Um, from what I gathered, I think The Beekeeper's the only one I found to be pretty good. And sorry about the background noise. My nephew is yelling, and my sister's uh, disciplining him in a way. So, pretty much with what I watched with the Bob Marley One Love film, I think it was a decent film. Not anything special. I mean, it had some interesting points during the movie and some things that were being explained during the movie. But yes, the execution was the main concern, and some of the pacing was a little too quick with this film. Like, it felt a little forced and rushed. And I know people wanted to see a biography, like a backstory of Bob Marley's story, but I don't think everyone got the full descriptive detail of how he started as this famous artist. They just mostly threw you in the movie, and that was the most disappointing part of it. Like, they throw you into where he's famous and he's making albums and all that. They go into some backstory, but I think there could have been better dialogue with this film. And honestly, it's not bad. Ronaldo Marcus Green was the director of this film, but I think it could have been described much better with better dialogue and better backstory going into the present time of when it leads up to where he gets skin cancer and all that. They could have shown that towards the very end of the movie, like probably in the 2.5 hour mark of the movie. There just should have been better, maybe an extra hour of backstory for this film. Then I would have been a little more impressed with this film. But other than that, it was kind of okay and decent. So if I were to give this movie a fair score, I'm going to give it a fair 6.5 out of 10. It's okay of a film. Um, I don't know. I just felt that the backstory could have been better. But it was an okay film. For what it went for, they tried. But did they perfect it? Not really. But I think it could have been a little better explained with more dialogue. Um, for his whole story, going into the present, then going into how he how he died and all that. They didn't have to explain how he died because we already knew what happened. But still, it could have been better explained with better dialogue. But pretty much, um, I just personally think an extra hour of film would have been better and made the movie more interesting. But I was sadly thinking it was okay, but slightly disappointing. So 6.5 out of 10 for Bob Marley, One Love. It's an okay film. I guess watch it for yourself, see what you think of it. It's not terrible, it's just okay. So, with that being said, thanks for watching this movie review tonight.